Now student, in this part we have to understand some of the property, and the concept is called as a median in terms of a triangle. Now what is exactly median and how it is used, or what are the properties of that median, we have to understand over here. So we have taken a two example over here. One is called as a general triangle and second is called as a specific triangle. Now what does it mean? Let me clear over here. First of all, we are trying to understand its definition, what is the property of medians, and how it is applicable when diagram come in front of you. All three part you have to understand over here. And the part is, first of all, median of a triangle. What does it mean? Median of a triangle, the segment joining a vertex, and the midpoint of the side opposite to it is called median of triangle. I repeat statement, the segment joining a vertex, and the midpoint of the side opposite to it is called as median of a triangle. What does it indicate? Let us try to understand from a diagram point of view. Here, let us say name of triangle is A, B, C. This is any random general triangle, means there is no specification, and A is a vertex which is on a upper part and BC is one side, and I am going to take M as a midpoint. M is a midpoint, means BM equal to CM. So BM equal to CM means BM is equal to CM. These two sides become congruent, or M is the midpoint of BC over here. Now the part is, if I am going to join one line, that is AM, now this A is a vertex and M is the midpoint, and joining the vertex and opposite side midpoint is called as a median. Means here we can say that AM is a median. Means if M is the midpoint of BC, and we have drawn a vertex opposite to that side and midpoint of that side, then that line or that segment is called as median. Now here AM is a median for triangle ABC. So the first part, therefore AM is median of triangle ABC over here. First part. And next, as M is the midpoint of BC, we are giving the declaration of also that. So BM equal to CM, BM is equal to CM, and that is half of BC. Here BM equal to CM, because M is the midpoint, naturally it is half of BC. But remember, AM, this AM is median of triangle ABC, and this median and property we are using in some numerical, so try to understand that part. So the first fundamental part, line joining the vertex and opposite side midpoint, that line is, or that segment is called as a median of that triangle. Now this is nothing but a general case, means your given triangle is a normal or a regular type of a triangle, means it is not specific. In second category, we are trying to understand some specific part. Now what is exactly mean by specific part? Here some property is slightly modified. What is exactly that? This property is called as property of median drawn on hypotenuse. If the word hypotenuse comes, means it is a right angle triangle. On the hypotenuse of right angle triangle. Means in the similar part over here, I am going to take some different nomenclature so you can understand the part. Let us say name of this triangle is triangle PQR. Now remember, temporarily I am going to give that, let us say that angle P is a 90 degree. Means this is not only a triangle, but it is right angle triangle. Now from this 90 degree vertex, means point P, I am going to join midpoint of opposite side. Let us say QR is one side, and here again I am going to take M as a midpoint. If M is a midpoint, means you can say QM equal to MR. So QM is equal to MR. Here I am going to draw first median. So I am going to join P with M. So I drawn PM. So I drawn PM. Now speciality of this part is that if it is a right angle triangle, means in a triangle PQR. First, angle QPR is 90 degree, and PM is your median. Therefore, PM is a median of triangle PQR. Means PM is a median of triangle PQR. Then here slant modification is done. No doubt QM equal to RM. I repeat, QM equal to RM, and it is also equal to this PM. Means this side is also become equal, and that is a speciality of that part. Means QM equal to RM equal to PM. All three sides become congruent, and definitely it is half of QR. So I am going to write the part. Therefore, PM equal to QM equal to RM. Remember, there is a modification over here, and QM equal to RM, that we know already. Therefore, QM is equal to RM, that we already know, and now that also equal to PM. And no doubt QM equal to RM is half of QR. So this slant modification is done. QM equal to RM as well as PM is equal to half of QR. And in this way we are using this property. Student, remember carefully, not only this part but also this previous part we are using over there, and the all concept related with the median, all the concept related with either median or right angle triangle median we are using in numerical directly. So please carefully observe all the part and try to understand the concept. Student, please pay attention. Now we are moving to the next theorem, and this theorem is related with the median and property of median. So try to understand it. Theorem: in a right angle triangle, the length of a median of the hypotenuse, is half of the length of hypotenuse. Means length of a median in a right angle triangle is half of the hypotenuse. What does it mean? Let me clear from diagram point of view. Let us say this is a triangle over here, and the name of this triangle is triangle ABC. So naturally you can say that your triangle ABC, which is given over here, is right angle triangle, means this angle is a 90 degree. Now we have to draw a median in right angle triangle. So here I am going to draw one median. What is exactly mean by median? This right angle vertex, and I have to join the midpoint of hypotenuse AC. Let us say temporarily this is the midpoint of hypotenuse, and I am going to indicate it by D. Means what? You can say that AD equal to CD. So AD is equal to CD. Naturally D is the midpoint, and I am going to join B with D. So this BD become median for us. This BD become median for us, and now we have to prove that BD is half of the hypotenuse, means half of AC. That part we have to prove. In that case, first of all we are going to write given and to prove, and after that there is a modification in a construction and proof that we are going to do over here. Now what is exactly construction we are going to do? Once again, just for understanding, please pay attention. We have to prove that BD is half of AC. Now what is the construction we are going to do for that? Now the part is, same diagram again I am going to draw in front of you. Name of this triangle is triangle ABC. This is your right angle triangle. Next, you have selected the midpoint over here, and this point is D over here. Now D is the midpoint, means AD equal to CD, and we have drawn a median, that is BD. Now we are going to start over here construction. Now in case of a construction, what exactly we are going to do? Whatever be length of BD, we are going to extend equal length. Means if I am going to say it is a 5 centimeter, then I am going to extend it up to 5 centimeter. And the construction is, here I am going to extend this BD. Up to point, and I am going to indicate that point with the name as E. Now what exactly we have done? We have drawn BD and extend up to DE such that BD, this distance, is equal to DE, this distance, and after that we have joined this E point with C. So we have joined E with C, and this is the construction we have done. I repeat, first BD is median with us. We have extend BD up to point E such that BD is equal to DE, equal distance. Automatically BD equal to DE, that I have make a marking over there, and after that from point E I have joined C, or C to E I have joined this line. Why we have done this? Because we have to take a comparison between the two triangles and the structure must be ready for that. And now first of all, given to prove construction, everything I am going to write till the part of proof, and after that again I am going to give an explanation about proof and then I am going to write it. Remember, in a book they have not given proof in detail. They have given 3 highlighted points, that first triangle is congruent to second triangle, how that we have to prove. Then second part, condition of a median, and third part again triangle separated, that is ABC and ECB. What does it mean? Let me clear one by one. But first we are going to write given to prove and construction. Now as per described over here, we are going to write all the parts and the part is. So first of all, given. So given in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Means angle B is a 90 degree, and BD is a median. BD is median. This is part given for us. Now we have to prove that median is half of the hypotenuse. Means to prove, name of median as per the diagram is BD. So BD is half of the hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is nothing but AC. Now after writing the part to prove, we have to write construction. Now here in construction, first we have extended BD up to E. So the part is extend BD up to E such that BD is equal to DE, such that BD is equal to ED or DE, and then join CE, and in this way we have completed the construction. Now we are going to start a part of proof. Now what is exactly proof? Remember one by one part. First of all, in case of a proof, no doubt we are going to write in the form of number, reason and statement, or number, statement, reason, but try to understand that part from diagram first over here. Now student, please pay attention how we are going to complete the proof from diagram point. In first case, we are going to take two triangles which is shown to be congruent. Which are these triangle? I am talking about triangle ADB, and second triangle CDE. How they are becoming congruent? First, AD congruent to CD because D is the midpoint of AC they have given. Next, angle ADB is congruent to CDE because these two become vertically opposite angles. And third part, BD equal to ED, BD equal to ED because construction. Naturally, triangle ADB is congruent to CDE by side angle side test of congruency. Now when two triangles are congruent means triangle ADB is congruent with CDE. Naturally their respective sides and respective angle must be congruent. In that case the respective angles are, we are going to take one angle, that is DAB, means this angle is congruent with DCE, means this angle. And in that case, if these two angles are congruent, naturally these two lines become parallel line and this line act as a transversal, and in this way we are going to introduce the part. So starting the part from triangle ADB and CDE over here. So part in triangle ADB and in triangle CDE over here. First AD congruent to CD, side AD congruent to side CD. Reason, as D is midpoint, we can also have BD as a median. Next, angle ADB is congruent to angle CDE. Reason, vertically opposite angles. Now the part is here side BD is congruent to side DE or ED by construction. Naturally we can write as AD congruent to CD, angle ADB is congruent to CDE and BD congruent to ED. Naturally first triangle is congruent with second triangle by side angle side test of congruency. Therefore triangle ADB is congruent to triangle CDE by side angle side test of congruency, and in this way we are able to first clear as a triangle to be congruent. Now when two triangles are congruent, their respective sides and respective angle must be congruent. Now coming to the part over here, if these two triangles are congruent, then also we can write angle DAB is congruent to DCE. Now I am going to indicate this part over here. Angle DAB is congruent to DCE. I am talking about this angle now. Because corresponding angle of congruent triangle, these two angles act as corresponding angles of congruent triangle. But if these two angles are congruent, naturally these two lines become parallel line. This is act as a transversal. Naturally these two are alternate angles. And if these alternate angles are congruent, then lines are parallel. Means we can say that AB is parallel to EC. Now we are going to write that part in second group. So the part is, as I am going to give it as equation number 1, as triangle ADB is congruent to triangle CDE from 1. Next, therefore, angle DAB is congruent to angle DCE. Reason, corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Next, if these two angles over here, I am going to write as a part, but these are alternate angle. but these are alternate angles. Therefore, we can say that line AB is parallel to line CE, or you can say segment AB. Therefore, segment AB is parallel to segment CE, and your AC act as a transversal. So reason AC act as transversal, and in this way you are able to prove that AB is parallel to CE. Now AB parallel to CE. Now what is the advantage over here? AB is parallel to CE is your first part, and also AB is equal to EC. These two sides are also equal because these are corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So the part is here AB parallel to CE, that we are using it for a right angle. Now next part, AB is equal to EC, and also AB is congruent to EC, and the reason is corresponding sides of congruent triangles. We have done two parts, so I am going to give it as equation number 2 and equation number 3. And in this way we are using AB is equal to EC. Now what exactly modification is over here? Pay attention. Now here, due to these alternate angles, these two lines means AB and EC become parallel. At the same time, we are also able to prove that AB is equal to EC, means this side is equal to this side. We are able to prove that AB equal to EC. Now how we are going to use it for the next part? Please pay attention. Here now we are going to do two separate triangles. Which are that? One is a triangle ABC, where angle B is a right angle. You can also observe ABC, which is your original triangle, and second triangle is ECB. We are also take it as a separate, and now we are going to show that two triangle as a congruent. I repeat, I am going to show that two triangle as a congruent. And also for your understanding, here I am going to draw two triangle diagram in somehow shorter space as per the part. So I am going to reduce the size of a part. I have to take triangle ABC and ECB separately. Also in that case the part is, this space is totally finished over here. So please write down number 1 and number 2 properly, because I have to write number 3 and number 4 here itself only, because I am not going to rub other parts. So complete the part of understanding, write it properly up to 1, 2, and then I am going to explain 3rd and 4th. So please pay attention. Now from this diagram, please pay attention to this diagram. What exactly I have done over here? First is a triangle ABC. I have taken it as outside ABC. Very well know one part, that angle B is a 90 degree. So angle B is a 90 degree. Next, second triangle is ECB. So I have drawn this triangle over here, ECB. Automatically AB is parallel to EC and BC act as a transversal. So angle B is a 90, automatically C is a 90 degree, because sum of the interior angle is 180. So we can take this C as a 90 degree over here. Now next part, also we have proved in equation number 2 that AB is equal to EC. So we have done AB is equal to EC, that we already proved. And naturally third side BC is congruent to CB, means we can show that these two triangles as a congruent triangle. So once again, in triangle ABC and in triangle ECB, first AB is congruent to EC from equation 2 or 3. Next, angle ABC is equal to ECB, each 90 degree. And third, BC is congruent to CB, common side or same side. Naturally, triangle ABC is congruent to ECB ECB by side angle side test of congruency. Now when two triangles are congruent by any test, their respective side and respective angle must be congruent. Automatically we can say that AC congruent to EB, corresponding sides of congruent triangle. And in that case, we are doing some modification to reach to the final part. So please pay attention over here. And the part is here in triangle. So third part, in a triangle ABC and in triangle ECB one by one. AB is congruent to EC. Side AB is congruent to side EC from 2 or from equation 2. As side AB congruent to EC, second part, angle ABC is congruent to angle ECB, region each 90 degree. Third part, BC is congruent to BC or BC is congruent to CB. You can also write side, that depend upon you. BC is congruent to CB. You can say common side or same side. So common side. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent with triangle ECB by side angle side test of congruency. And in this way, the first part, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECB is get completed. I am going to call it as equation number 4. Now, when two triangles are congruent, their respective sides and respective angle must be congruent. So, opposite to 90, hypotenuse AC congruent to hypotenuse EB. Therefore, hypotenuse AC is congruent to hypotenuse EB. Reason, corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Or instead of hypotenuse, you can also write AC is congruent to EB. Anyway, you can write the part. As it is the next equation, I am going to call it as 5th. Now coming to the part, as AC equal to EB, now we are going to do modification in this case. Once again try to understand the part over here in diagram. Now we are able to get a conclusion. AC is equal to EB. I repeat, AC is equal to EB. Now I am going to do the part. Slight modification. I am going to convert EB, writing it as a B. Means you are getting a part B equal to AC. Next I am going to multiply both the side by half. So half of B means BD is equal to half of AC as usual. And in this way we are going to complete the part. So please pay attention over here. So last and fourth part, as BE means instead of EB I am writing BE is equal to AC from 5. So from 5, multiply both the side by 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Therefore, half of BE is equal to half of AC. Multiply both the side by 1 by 2. Multiply both side by 1 by 2. Now half of BE means BD. Therefore, BD is equal to half of AC, and AC is nothing but your hypotenuse. And this is the part that we are going to prove. BD, that is nothing but median of your triangle. is half of AC means hypotenuse of that part, and in this way our statement become true, and the statement is in a right angle triangle the length of median of the hypotenuse, length of a median on the hypotenuse is half of the hypotenuse, half of the hypotenuse, and in this way you can observe it and complete the part. हेलो फ्रेंड्स एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट, अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस देख रहे हो और आपको ये वीडियोस पसंद आते हो तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। साथ में अपने फ्रेंड्स और ग्रुप इसमें भी आप ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए ताकि नॉलेज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक पहुँचे। अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा। मैं आपका एसवी सर आगे आने वाले वीडियोज़ को बनाता रहूँगा और आप तक पहुँचाता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।